Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Running back searching for a hole. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Handoff to the lone back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Motion from the wideout. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires on the move. Intercepted, and the first drive in for the pick. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And how about the defense setting the tone in this game? First drive, first mistake made for the offense. Nice job forcing the INT. And how about this? They had 3 last week. They're looking to get 3 again this week.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference. And now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going for it all. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Almost a little bit more on that return. He's chased out of bounds at the 30 in good starting position for this offense. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Kearney. Tripped up for the tackle.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and 1. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
Here within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Sooners will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. This drive open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. On the run, deep down the right side. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Trying play action. Firing to the right, complete. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Sooners trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Big fella moving. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's locked. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Baxter. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. With the catch, it's Tatum. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
Here's the handoff. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. He's got it along the sideline. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd the gun. He'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught, close to the marker. It's Baxter. Oh, what a move to get open. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to bring it out. He's got great speed. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Tatum. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Kearney. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Catch in the middle. It's Kearney. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. He got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Sooners.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Last thing he needs this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Hudson. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Using the quick game. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
The Longhorns will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires downfield. Finds a man on the right. 4-yard line after the huge pickup. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making checks. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Tight end now in motion. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Past the first down marker and still running. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down to the 37.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Kearney. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on fourth down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Texas offense back on the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Running into the open space. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, coming out in the 2nd half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
He might want another play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, The defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Caught in the backfield. It's Kearney. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He rifles one deep down the middle. Makes the grab right down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas! He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Addison. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Oklahoma offense will take over 1st and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Tatum. Powers through. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield on first down. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down.
Brings it to the open. And into the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. The team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll try to power it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away.
Touchdown, Sooners! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a two-possession lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Turning it on. Touchdown Longhorns. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the returner will be brought down.
First and 10.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO. They were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly complete. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Tatum. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
To the ground with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open, and he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads it downfield. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He'll try to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, Texas! The defense putting points on the board.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And now the hit knocks it loose. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And some
gets away from one, finds some space. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Well, I love the play call late in the fourth quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Nebraska is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Lincoln for some time. They're up 14 over Northwestern. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback on the move, still looking. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And I like the very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the fourth quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Finds his man. It's Rocket. He makes the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Might be changing the route. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible. incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Oklahoma offense will take over. 1st and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
The give to the lone running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for room, it's Baxter. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.